Hello everybody, it's lovely to be with you again. In our Catholic Church this weekend we celebrate the feast of Christ the King. When we hear that word King, what's the first thing that we think about? Well, funny enough, the first thing I thought about just when I heard the word King was a picture of an animal, the lion, the king of the jungle. But then I went on to think about a person who's a king or a queen. And a king or a queen often wears a beautiful golden crown. Or in ancient times, a Roman emperor would wear a laurel. A king or a queen would have a throne. And often a beautiful carriage to ride around in. Now Jesus we call a king, but he had no royal carriage. As far as we know, he spent most of his life, if he had to go anywhere, walking. And the only time that we know that he actually rode on something, used some form of transport, would you believe, was when he rode on a donkey. And I'd like to tell you the story of when he rode on a donkey. It's the day we call Palm Sunday. And Jesus was coming in with his followers into Jerusalem. And the people were very excited. And we're told that they waved palms and put palms down in the road. And Jesus was put on the back of a donkey, a humble donkey. And he rode into Jerusalem. And Prep School, there's a famous writer who lived not far away in Beaconsfield called G.K. Chesterton. And he wrote a beautiful poem about that donkey. And would you let me read it for you now? When fishes flew and forest walked, and figs grew upon thorn, some moment when the moon was blood, then surely I was born. With monstrous head and sickening cry, and ears like errant wings, the devil's walking parody on all four-footed things. The tattered outlaw of the earth, of ancient crooked will, starve, scourge, deride me, I am dumb, I keep my secret still. Fools, for I also had my hour, one far fierce hour and sweet. There was a shout about my ears and palms before my feet. Isn't that a lovely poem about a humble donkey? And Jesus was humble and rode on a humble donkey. And so when we think of Jesus as a king, we don't actually think of thrones and crowns and carriages. We think of Jesus as a servant king who came to serve other people. He looked after the poor. He reached out to those who were sick. He reached out to those who felt they were not wanted anymore or loved anymore. He was a servant king. And we're asked to be like him, to be servants to other people. And perhaps young people, as we come up to Christmas now, you might like to think of other young people around the world, not perhaps as fortunate as you and I, and people we can serve. And I'll just finish with a couple of pictures of some beautiful young people, and they're the sort of people that we want to serve. Thank you very much.